What podcast is this?
It's called the Reckoning. I go around the streets of Melbourne and ask people what they reckon about stuff.
What's it called?
The Reckoning.
You well?
I feel like I'll tell you, but it's not like that shocking.
What was that? Sorry?
I'll tell you, but it's like not that shocking. It was just like shocking to me.
I'd love to hear it. Please continue.
Okay, so I lived in my parents' house, obviously, when I was growing up. Sorry.
How you doing?
Okay. And my room was 100% haunted, and I was scared of it every night for like when I was growing up. And then one morning I woke up and I saw my sister standing over the top of me, and she had her pajamas on. I couldn't like see her head, but I could see like she was holding something in her hands, and I woke up and I was like, I've caught you stealing my clothes. Like, get out of my room. You fucking caught, bitch. Like, get out of here. And then I turned around and I stared at her for ages, and I was like, Laura, get the fuck out of my room. Like, I've caught you. And she didn't, and I was like, whatever, I'm too tired to deal with this. And I went back over, and then I turned back and she was gone. I just got this like feeling, I don't know how to explain it.
Hairs on the back of the neck stand up.
Just like eerie. It was just eerie. And I was like, she's there, and she left, and I didn't hear my door close. Like, it was weird. And then I went and slept on the couch in the kitchen, which I do when I get scared when I was younger. And then when Laura got up, my sister, and I was like, Laura, I fucking saw you. You had all my clothes. Like, you little bitch. Like, get out of here. What are you doing? And she was like, what are you talking about? I was literally in bed. And I was like,
maybe she's lying.
She could have been lying, but I think that she wasn't. It was so early in the morning, and it wasn't like she was stealing a bundle of my clothes. It was an odd thing to do in the first place. And then when I was younger, I've had like experiences of hearing like this weird song. Like someone singing this weird song, and my whole family makes fun of me because of it. But I just...
Have you heard about that?
No,
Synesthesia is like where you hear like
You smell colours.
colors and see sounds and various like your senses get a bit twisted. But hey, that what's the song? What's the song?
I remember.
I couldn't even tell you now.
Are you good?
But I think that
Were you at conference?
I've heard it at times, like, and it's kind of like triggered that like
I was there.
feeling inside of me of someone, like singing it.
Yeah.
There's just like weird things, like my phone going out of reception in like different areas of my house, like in my room in particular, and like I'd have to like charge my phone in one particular place. That's the only time I could get reception in this one area.
But it looked like a real one.
And whenever I would be at home by myself, I would sleep on the couch with the TV on, and I could never sleep with the TV on, but I wouldn't be, and I would keep the cat in because I couldn't like listen to what else was happening in the house. I was just like hypersensitive. And then the other thing was I was speaking to my sister about it, and I was like, you know, when you feel like, this was really recently, and I was like, you know, when you feel like there's someone else in the house, and she was like, no, and I was like,
Good job.
what do you mean no? Like, that's...
I think maybe some can pick up on that because they're more
I think she...
sensitive to it.
Yeah, and I think that she kind of, and I was like, what do you mean? No,
It's a regular.
like I don't understand that you can't feel that there's someone else in the house, like in the room or in another part of the room or the other, like complete other part of the house. Like I don't understand that you don't know what that feels like.
A lot of people have these feelings as well. Like I have personally myself as well, and it's even been documented. Strangely enough, they've done double-blind studies with people to see that they can tell when somebody is looking at them, and every time they can tell. So something strange is going on there.
100% you can feel someone staring at you all the time. We see it, and
Hang out with you.
like even at the back of your head, someone's staring at the back of your head, and you'll turn around for no reason at all, and there they are staring at you. Like, you know. You have this sense, and it's
like there's no showers
Very
there.
strange. It's very strange.
Yes, there is.
yeah.
But like supernatural experiences now, that's a fucking topic though, isn't it, right? Like
Is that not what you speak about in every podcast?
well, I like to speak about it, but unfortunately a lot of people don't. So generally I'm only really interested in talking about what people are interested in talking about themselves. So like yeah, it's great that you're into supernatural shit, man. Like personally, I've had a bit of supernatural shit going on in my life. Actually, the door at my house, every time I leave it, it locks behind me, and the lock needs to turn like 360 degrees, the lock, and I spent 10 minutes at that door, opening it and closing it, trying to get it to lock, and I couldn't get it to do it. And it's always locked when nobody else is in the house, and I go outside and it locks on me. It's happened about 7 times now in the past few weeks.
So you mean it looks when you leave the house?
No, it locks when I leave the back door. Yeah, not when I leave the house, but yeah, when I leave the back door of the house. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, very odd. And strangely enough, I'm living with some very odd people as well, and I think perhaps houses, places maybe harbor like various energies, perhaps.
I completely agree.
Yeah, you reckon? Like, I do live in Coburg.
I'll tell people.
Coburg.
Fairfield.
Currently.
That's my girlfriend.
Field.
And
Fairfield.
she's got a nipple on the back of her head. She's beautiful.
That's really funny. You pronounce like the word like it was a pun, but you just said the actual word, like Fairfield.
Fairfield. I live in Fairfield.
Fairfield.
I just said it the way you are.
Yeah, well, I mean, like Borg is in the sense of like not Coburg, as in the Borg assimilation. It's a Star Trek reference. Do you know much Star Trek?
Sorry, I missed
But
it.
yeah,
It's the Borg is like the alien hive mind, the assimilated. You know, everyone that thinks the same, talks the same, walks the same.
they're all got
You know,
Like everyone here.
this fairy.
like right here, I don't know, man. Some people.
Sheeple, am I?
Sheeple, man, they're out there. Fuck.
Food and ice cream.
Why do you reckon people choose to assimilate, or
You're addicted.
rather stay true to their genuine, authentic personality?
I think people don't know who their genuine personality is.
They don't know.
No, I don't think so.
They got.
You can with every like interruption that you have in now.
What?
Financial
The
commitment.
only way to like know yourself is to like get away from everyone else and not be with another person and not like
Like stove.
just be by yourself. That's the only way you can know yourself.
Open kitchen where you
Yeah, well, I'd agree that is one way for sure, but also I was thinking recently, have you ever heard of the term empath?
Empath.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, well, like, do you know much about personality disorders?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so like, psychologists say that we're all on the spectrum in some way, you know, but when you get on the extreme ends, you get very pathological and delusional, and you kind of lose yourself and you get stuck in this pathology of your disorder. That's narcissism, sociopathy, etc.
And then go.
On the other end of that spectrum is empath.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Would you like to drop some gems on the Reckoning podcast?
Oh, I thought you were doing tarot cards or telling me something interesting about my future.
Tell her.
You're telling other people
Your future. You're going to have 6.
No, you don't have to grab the mic for speaking, Joe. She likes the mic.
What do I have to do?
Yeah, your future is you're going to give birth to 69 babies.
69.
No,
69.
really? I don't think it works that way. You haven't really done
You're going to have
69s properly,
10
have
lots
you?
of 5.
Are you a little bit confused at the age of...
Hey, AJ.
Yeah. I'm joking. I don't know your future.
What's my future?
Kidding me? I don't know. I don't know who you are.
Guess, hypothetically speaking, guess something about my future.
I think you're going to stop wearing paisley
Never going to stop wearing paisley.
somewhere in the future.
I will wear paisley for the rest of my life.
I'll give you
just to spite you.
Stop wearing your G-string back to front.
My G-string?
Check the front, it parts your testicles.
What's my G-string? Where's my G-string?
I'm not sure where you put it.
How do you do this?
Why do you reckon I wear a G-string?
You just got that paisley Gilligan pat look about you. I like.
Paisley Gilligans have to wear G-bangers, right?
Yeah.
So,
Hey, maybe.
It's G-banger.
you're
What colour you reckon I'm wearing?
your son.
You're a conservative type, so
So you just rocked up and stole the microphone off
Paisley.
the...
So I stole this microphone.
Yes,
Why do you reckon that?
because he said it was his house.
That is his house.
Hey,
How is that related to stealing microphones?
imagine that microphone is attached to his house.
Why would you imagine that?
I don't...
Oh, don't go grab the mic.
It's very expensive.
Oh, sweetheart, I don't think it's even on.
Sweetheart.
Oh, bitch.
Are you gonna pat her head? Are you gonna pat her head? Are you gonna even pat her head?
Oh, I want to pat the microphone.
I don't trust you. You keep trying to grab it.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
It's a good thing about soy candles.
They're gone.
Darling sweetie pie soy candle. Hashtag none to the hashka. You still need a lighter, don't you?
I've got it.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm on to it.
Do you have mine? Bye. That was funny, wasn't it?
She was like, how do you know him? And I was like, I just met him now. And she's like, me too. We have so much in common. I was like,
You stole that microphone.
oh, great girl. Love you. Thank you.
I'm wearing a G-string apparently. Paisley is bad apparently. They don't like the
He
Paisley.
doesn't know where you wear your D-string. He was like, I don't know where you keep your D-string.
Hey, maybe it was wishful thinking on his behalf. I don't know.
Possibly, you never know.
I have a question for you guys, if you like. Do you play the devil's advocate much in your social interactions? And do you know what I mean by devil's advocate?
100% I do.
I can represent for the devils of society. I love it.
Well, I was having a conversation with my best friend about child support recently. One of her very good friends is recently pregnant.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know. Well, let's. Okay. So,
You're a bad con. Merry Christmas.
All of us.
It's true.
It's so happy.
Please continue.
anyway, yeah, so she got pregnant with this guy she met on Tinder a couple times. They were sleeping together, got pregnant.
Yep.
She's in her 30s, so she has always wanted to be pregnant, but obviously not in this situation.
Yep. Sure. The right person.
Yeah, that's right. And so the debate was whether or not she would give it up, have an abortion, or keep the baby. The father had did not want anything to do with it. And my friend was saying, like, we got on the topic of child support, and I was like, if the father says from day one, I don't want to be involved in this child, like I don't have the resources to support this child, I don't want to be involved. Should they still be put up for child support? And my friend was like, well, it takes two to tango. It's his decision as well as her decision. It's very traumatic for the woman to go through an abortion in the first place. Therefore, they should be like that. That was two to tango. He should be up for child support. And I was like, well, I completely, like, I'm 100% like women's rights. I think that women should always be supported no matter what. But I was just thinking,
How about men? Do you reckon men should always be supported no matter what?
this is why I was playing devil's advocate. I was like, but if a man has said from day one, I don't have the means to support you and a child, and like I can't do it, like can they get out of paying child support? And she was like, no, because we have laws around supporting women and supporting like single parents. And I was like, well, yeah, that's really interesting, because the guy doesn't have the choice to abort themselves.
No.
But then they don't have to have the consequence of aborting a child.
No.
They don't have a consequence like that. Like, they don't feel they don't feel that. They don't have to have the emotions of that. They don't have to have all the repercussions of that themselves.
But you don't know that because, like, they could go through very traumatic emotions. We don't know. I mean, it's
agree.
hypothetical.
I agree, but I think that
It's more traumatic for the woman.
it is.
I'd agree with that.
And this friend in particular has booked 2 abortions and has failed to show up for both of them because she couldn't do it. And it wasn't like this was the perfect situation for her, but she couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's the only thing. But this guy was so easily disassociated.
Yeah.
And was like, I don't want to be a part of it.
It's probably got to do with a cultural factor as well. Like,
She is Greek, and she like her whole family is Greek Orthodox, which is probably one of the reasons she kept it.
yeah.
And I think if I were in this situation, I'd be different.
And the guy's from Melbourne?
I think the guy, no, it sounds bad, but he has, I think, a Middle Eastern name. I can't remember it, but it's...
Sounds bad. It sounds bad, the truth that he has a Middle Eastern name.
No, I mean, like, I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
He just sounds like he has a Middle Eastern name, if you want me to be blunt. I don't know.
I love Blunt. Blunt is good. It's just curious that it's like, yeah, it's like...
I mean, it
it's like
sounds bad in that way. I mean, it sounds bad on me because I think it sounds Middle Eastern. I have no idea. I don't know anything about him.
That's fair, but I think like some cultures look at abortion as more a trivial thing, and to others it's more significant. Now, I realize it's a very complex and nuanced fucking thing, right? I do believe at some point that is a human baby, is alive, sentient, and I think it's wrong to kill that.
Desire.
I think it's wrong to kill babies. Yes.
Even if they're undead.
In Turkish.
To me, I think there is a point within the pregnancy where that is a baby and that is a human life. I don't know is the point. I don't know which point. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a biologist. So I don't know. But I do believe there is a point in which a baby is a baby. And I don't think it's when it's like a few cells that are... Yeah. So I think perhaps what would help is early detection of this kind of shit, you know, investing in some technology so you know soon, the instant you're pregnant, there's a couple cells, you're fine to kill that because that's obviously not a baby yet, right?
Yeah, I agree. And you never know, like...
something.
I don't know either how soon is soon enough to know that you're pregnant, and when is the point that it becomes like a cell to a... Like, when is it... There's a... Yeah, and it's like, it's really like law. It's just like, at this point, whatever weeks, it's not cells anymore. A group of cells that are formulating together, it's a baby.
Yeah, he's American.
Like, and it's just...
He was going to...
But you can argue, like, cancer is a group of cells that have,
so we did this thing,
like, multiplied.
I pretend that I'm choking.
As is a baby.
As is all biological life, you know.
Like, well, cells have, like, a natural death cycle. But
and then take the photo.
cancer doesn't, and neither do babies. It's like a opposite effect, and they keep growing and growing and growing.
It's not strange. They don't have that effect of death, cancer. So it's like the undead, the zombie cells just fucking taking over the living cells.
It is, yeah. I don't want to say anything wrong on your whole podcast. But
Yeah, I'd say
it's pretty much like an undead cell not dying and multiplying.
I prefer everything that is wrong. Because in Melbourne, it seems like the bracket of what is wrong keeps growing. And I think the only way we reduce that is like say what is deemed wrong. And, you know, fucking come on, man. Have you noticed that a lot in Melbourne? Like a lot more PC culture, language policing, people wanting to put boxes and draw lines around conversations saying you can only talk about this and you can't talk about this stuff. Do you notice this going on?
I have noticed that. Yes, I have. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
How do you generally react to that when you're in a group of people that insist on doing that?
Those ones are just...
So I do have a couple of friends that are very PC.
Down there.
And unfortunately, the way that I deal with it is being PC with them.
Yeah, well, that's a safe option, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially when they fucking explode if you do anything else that's not, right?
And a lot of the time, and I don't want to sound like I'm putting myself down in any way, but they probably know more about it than I do.
Have you seen that?
Like about whatever I'm talking about, trying to be a bit PC.
Photo and it makes it psychedelic. Like the prisms.
So two people in particular that I'm thinking about. One's a lawyer and is trying to get into human rights.
Very high tech. The guy that has a fucking spaceship.
She knows a lot more than I do about like human rights law or anything to do with that.
Yeah.
And I never want to trip on her toes, although sometimes when I do, I'm quite interested in what she has to say because she is very interesting to listen to. And my other friend is a social worker who works with so many different people, including refugees. And
these are the PC folks.
yes, yeah, they are. And sometimes I have to make myself a bit PC because I know what's wrong and what's right to say in terms of PC.
It's very easy to know as well, right? I mean, you just say what you know they want to hear, and everyone's happy. Not much of a tolerance for the devil's advocate in those communities. Would you agree?
I would be the devil's advocate with my best friend, who's a social worker, and I would like to hear her perspective on things.
Well, if you spoke up about it, yeah, for sure.
No, I do at times. Sometimes I can't be bothered.
Yeah, that's fair. Because it's a bit straining, isn't it?
It is very straining, and I can't be bothered. I just can't be bothered.
What helps a lot, I've found, is studying psychology and learning about personality disorders, personally. Because I feel that a lot of these people suffer from high-spectrum personality disorders, and that's actually the real reason why they are the way they are, beyond politics, beyond idolatry. Ideology. Maybe there's not much of a difference.
No, but which sort of people are you talking about?
I guess you could describe them as ideologues, I guess. Yeah, do you know what that word is?
I've heard it before, but I don't know what it means.
It's kind of someone that has adopted a persona or a personality that is not their own, to get along in society, to be down. We're doing a podcast, actually. It's called The Reckoning. Yeah, would you like to drop some gems?
What's that names?
Sorry?
What's that names?
Would you like to drop some gems on The Reckoning podcast?
Sure. What am I doing?
Get a Mac DeMarco t-shirt. Fucking I love Mac. He's a good one.
He's the man.
He's a good egg. Some people say he's down with the Freemason Illuminati. What do you reckon about that?
Wouldn't have a freaking clue.
A lot of people.
What?
Why don't you reckon they don't?
Mac DeMarco, he's chillax. What are you talking about?
No, he's very chill. But there's a lot of YouTube exposed videos where they go through all these lyrics and they're like, oh, he's doing Freemasonry signs and shit. You don't think so?
No, I don't. But I haven't watched. I'll watch them tomorrow.
Well, there you go. Yeah, it could be. What do you guys reckon cats are talking about?
Cats are talking about?
Yeah.
How they hate humans, man.
That's what everyone says. Cats ain't getting a lot of love tonight. What do you reckon? Yeah. Drop some gems on The Reckoning podcast.
Cocks out for the boys!
What do you reckon cats are talking about?
Rock out when you cock out!
What do you reckon cats are talking about? I want to know. Do you think Pluto's a planet?
Why?
Do you think Pluto is a planet?
What?
Do you think Pluto is a planet?
Sure.
Yay! Listen to the residents! What the fuck's up, man? We're back to The Reckoning. I think I'm going to interlude The Reckoning and roll a cigarette, but we'll be back to you momentarily, Melbourne. Stay classy. What the fuck is up, ladies and gentlemen? We're back at The Reckoning podcast. We're here with Old Mate, who's a squid, who is dressed up like a squid, and he's going to drop some few gems of wisdom and knowledge on The Reckoning podcast for all you listeners. What do you have to share to the world, Mr. Squid? What? What do you have to share to the world? What would you like to express to the world at large?
500 years ago, there was
Keep talking, yeah.
there was a city called Lisbon.
Lisbon.
Spotify.
And then it created Brazil.
Lisbon created Brazil.
What? Didn't it?
It's going to change your levels to 69. I think that's a good number.
You don't think Lisbon created Brazil?
You don't think so?
No.
Why do you reckon that Lisbon created Brazil?
I think Lisbon destroyed Brazil. Actually, Portugal destroyed Brazil.
Portugal destroyed Brazil?
Yes, they fucking took everything that we had, all the good stuff, and they brought a lot of fucking slaves from Africa, and yeah, it was a big mix out there after all, after 500 years, but the beginning, they just colonized in a very bad way.
Yeah, motherfuckers. I wasn't aware of this story at all, man. No. Well, it's good to get the other perspective.
The same thing about Australia and the Aboriginal people here. So
Yeah.
the same shit. Yeah.
True. That is true, man.
No, wrong.
No, it's not true. Okay, what is the other perspective? Please.
Well, it's got nothing to do with you.
Talk.
Well,
What is about you?
you're not guilty of your father's sins.
Hey, no, I believe in that. Not you
Are
personally.
we talking about sins?
Oh,
What are we talking about here?
Talking about sins.
What are we talking
the
about?
Portuguese sins. What the Portuguese did to
Yeah,
Brazil?
they fucked it up.
Yeah, but it's got nothing to do with me or you.
No,
I don't think he's talking
No,
about.
I'm not
Portuguese
talking
people
about-
in general.
No.
What are you saying?
No. I'm talking about the Portuguese when they come for the first time like 500 years ago.
Yes.
Not today. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about guilt.
Guilt. Yeah. Well, there is a lot of like people that want to shame you and guilt you for the sins of your ancestors. That does go along a lot in society these days, I find. And thank you
Exactly.
for speaking out against it, man.
How do you feel about that?
It has nothing to do with
I feel it's
500 years ago. I'm talking about today. Today, we are fine. We are actually a better economy than Portugal.
Yep.
And we love Portuguese people, but 500 years ago, they came and destroyed the fucking shit.
Yeah. Motherfuckers. Yeah. Well.
Like
I guess there's enough shame to go around for everyone, right? We all done fucked up.
in Australia. Just people came here and then they decide that
silly. That's silly. No, to blame your ancestors for what happened 500 years ago.
yeah.
Well,
It was a different time back then as well.
exactly. I'm not connected with that. You're not connected with the evilness of Portugal.
What are you connected with? Tell me.
The last 2 minutes.
Okay.
I'm connected with nothing.
Oh, you are not connected.
Of course I'm not. I'm connected with me. I'm not guilty of my.
No.
It's a biblical. You know the Bible.
Yeah.
I am not. I'm guilty of my father's sins.
I believe in
am not connected to anything my father did.
No, you're not.
But you are your father's son.
Sorry.
You are your father's son.
Ooh. Who said that?
Aha.
It's the milk.
A lot of people. Because I'm very much not like my actual biological father, and it doesn't mean that we need to be like our fathers. We don't need.
Yeah, but you're
same
not
traditions.
connected to anything that your awful
Everything that your
ancestors.
father do and
And your
teach you
awful-
has consequences.
I am responsible for what I do. As an
Yeah,
individual.
no. But my
You
point
are
is,
responsible of what you
Yeah,
do,
I mean,
but everything there are consequences. The way you are grown up. Anyway,
yeah. But my point is, we're not. What happened in Portugal? Terrible. The Portuguese, what they did in the Amazon. Oh, no connection with that whatsoever.
it comes down to what you are today. It comes
plus
down.
something.
It
No,
comes
it does
down.
not.
Of course it does.
No, it doesn't.
Of course it does.
It's got nothing to do with you or me.
It does. It totally does.
So, okay, in the Amazon, the Portuguese conquistadors,
yeah.
the conquistadors, they murdered, they pillaged.
Yeah.
That's got nothing to do with
No? No.
There is a little bit of
Why not?
Vintage buildings at the Melbourne Reckoning, ladies and gentlemen.
It's got something to do with you.
Yes.
Of course it doesn't.
Yes. They killed a lot in the tribe that my grandmother used to live. They killed a lot of people there. My grandmother survived. She carried that with her.
Oh, so
I'm just giving an example.
So you're Portuguese or with the tribe?
white man.
Yeah.
You are
Let's
interviewing
say that.
calamari.
Yeah.
Let's
Are
say
you
that.
from a? Are you
We are
from
getting
RMIT?
existential with phallic.
Are you from?
calamari.
Are you from RMIT? Are you?
But I did go to RMIT.
Oh, I
before.
I'm at RMIT myself, actually.
Oh, no way.
Are you-
Hey.
Yo.
Hey, do you find it strange that there is a very giant upside down green pentagram?
He's one of my colleagues. So.
Do you find it strange
I don't know.
that there is a giant upside down pentagram at the front door of RMIT?
No.
Have you noticed it?
That pentagram?
Giant upside down green pentagram. It's a installation on the Swanston Street.
Oh, I just noticed that actually it's a vile construction.
Vile construction. Yeah.
It looks like alien vomit.
The royal alien vomit.
That's
yeah.
right. That's what I think. Have you got a? Is it H4n recorded there?
Yeah.
I got one of those. Cool,
Yeah.
I'm with
They're
you.
not bad, are
I'm
they?
down with you,
You
baby.
plug
Baby, I'm
in
down with that shit.
to dynamics into it.
Yeah.
I'm Basil, by the way.
Hey, Basil. Wait, now this is for a program you're doing, or?
It's a podcast I'm doing. It's called The Reckoning. I go around the streets of Melbourne, ask people what they reckon about shit.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I put it to instrumentals later on. I match the beat to the
Yeah,
dialogue.
dude, it's great.
I love this man.
This is Mark.
Love him. Love him. We are
teachers.
on the
We're
same
ESL.
wavelength.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Phase cancellation. We're on the same.
We are, but we are
More
opposite,
inebriated
but
than myself.
the same.
I do like Mark. I'm very fond of him. I do.
I do.
Introduce me to the squid.
He is a very sound man, but when you drink, you
Oh, fuck off.
Fuck up. I believe that. I believe.
get some mark. There's a mark on right now.
Jerusalem, yeah.
Jerusalem. Well, why not?
Why not Jerusalem?
Capital of the Jews.
For the embassy, yeah. Well, why not exactly? It seems to
why
have
not?
caused a lot of turmoil in the area.
3,000 years. It's been their capital. Let's make it the capital.
Well, Jerusalem.
Why not?
Oh, dude.
There's a lot of fiery rhetoric going along with that issue these days, eh?
Really,
I on the street.
really do. I really
Big
do.
time, baby.
Yeah, well,
Are you Jewish?
I'm actually half Jewish myself.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Yeah.
spent 3 months in Israel.
But I'm not like a
And I
full
spent-
Jew, I'm
I
just
spent-
Jewish.
Hang on. I spent
your mum's a
hang on, I
Jew.
spent 3 months with an Israeli.
Your mum's a
family.
Jew.
Oh, really?
My
Is that
girlfriend was
true?
going with an Israeli.
Yeah,
Now
that's
listen.
cool.
So to actually look, I'm not a super authority on Israeli politics, but to
Me neither.
move the capital to Jerusalem, that sounds very volatile.
Yeah, volatile, I'd agree.
Well, you're going to piss off all the Palestinians. You're going to kill. You don't live in it. You don't live in it. You don't fight.
no.
Hang on. Back up. Listen to Tim. Tim at our work. He said he's got a Jordanian friend. He said the Jordanians are pissed off about it. So it's just for him to take his kids to school. He has to fight through all the riots and shit, right? And people have only one person's dead. Like, fuck, is that worth it? Not even one life's worth that shit.
Yeah,
You know what
I don't know enough about the issue.
No, I
to
don't
really
know.
comment.
Well, I know that the Jews have created
Jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu.
Did the Jews create Jiu-Jitsu, do you reckon?
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
No, it's called Jerusalem 3,000 years ago.
Yeah,
It's
well,
their
that's right. Yeah,
capital.
Hang on.
That's true. Jerusalem
Yeah.
comes from the homeland of the Jews.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
Palestinians also have claimed that the Golden Dome of the Rock.
A few years later.
A few years later, over 3,000, I think, you're shortchanging them just
So
by
what's your
far.
point?
My point is, if you want peace in the Middle East, calling Jerusalem the capital is not the way to go. Well, only because the Muslims are being a bit racist.
Oh, and the Jews are not? It's an
Everyone's
apartheid
being a
state.
bit racist.
It's apartheid state.
Who came first?
It's a shit fest.
Mate,
Everyone's
we
got
can
enough shame around.
we can go who came first from...
Jews came first.
Listen.
Yeah.
The Jews came first.
No, it wasn't. Palestine was an
Real
invention
logistics.
only 100 years ago. Before that, it was actually under the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah, I know. I know that well.
Yeah, right. So it's always been a shifting and changing border or country, if you like.
Yes.
But there was
3,000.
Hang on. There were Palestinians, there were Druze, there were other different ethnic groups within that mix.
Druze.
Now, in 1948, you had the British Mandate, which said, okay, we're going to give this, we're going to split this up after the Holocaust, because everyone felt bad about it. Give it to the Jews. But prior to that, though, you had Jews coming in, and there was conflict between Arabs, the Palestinians, and well, actually, I don't even call Palestinians back then.
I do love him.
Yes, we disagree. We
disagree.
disagree. That's fine. I still love you because you helped me with my decking. That's fine.
It's good to disagree
yeah,
because
good.
that's how you get to know each other.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying that Trump has done this without, quite impetuously, without much qualification.
Why not let it?
Hang on.
Why not let
But
it
is it
be?
worth it? Is it worth someone's death though? Like it's one person's death.
How did he justify it? Do you know?
Because out of pressure out of his son. What's his son's name again? Oh, stepson called.
Oh, he's
not
off.
stepson.
I
Brother-in-law.
agree.
What's his name again?
He's off.
Krishna.
Stepson-in-law.
Stepson-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah, not stepson, just son-in-law.
I think it's a
Son-in-law.
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 Yes, yes. You're
Help
right.
me.
Why
I'm
can't
drunk.
the Jews?
Lawyer
why
as well,
can't-
man.
Why can't
Anyway,
the
he's
Jews
wanting
have-
to.
You're very handsome, actually.
Mark, I know you're gay. Just back up.
You're very handsome. I know.
He knows. He knows.
Mark,
Don't.
I've lived
record
there,
this.
but I actually no.
I'll
Anyway,
edit out that
Mark,
article.
Mark. All I'm worried about people getting killed, right? And that's what I worry.
Yeah. No,
I need
no.
this-
I won't.
And I don't like. Hey, I don't like Jews getting killed. I don't like Palestinians getting
But
killed.
it's
But
been
hang on,
the capital. for the last-
Trump has been quite reckless and just gone bang.
Oh, forget about Trump.
No,
it's
you can't forget about Trump. He's actually just fucking done it.
I'd like to. I'd like to.
Krishna. His son-in-law Krishna.
Yeah, Krishna.
He has failed so many times in many ways, and for the Jewish community, he's doing this. And and the Jews are like, yeah, cool, this is good, right?
Because he's playing
Of
sides
the
against
three
us.
that I saw that were interviewed, which obviously represents all of them. But you know, having lived in Israel for 3 months,
Yeah, but he's
Honey kibbutz.
been everywhere, man.
right? And it's very polarized. You get brainwashing on both sides, and it's very scary. And you know, it's
Brainwashed.
Yeah, they're brainwashed on both sides.
No, I'm pointing to you.
Yeah, people get played.
Oh, we're all brainwashed.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're fucking unique. Anyway, so
Maybe we can brainwash ourselves.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's horrible. The person's dead.
Yes, of course.
I mean, would you imagine someone's dead over? Hang on, you don't have to live in it. Can you imagine that someone is dead here in this country because they decided to choose the capital to, you know, not Sydney but Canberra?
But you're saying it
Actually,
shouldn't be the capital.
No, I agree. I don't think it should be the capital
Why not?
because it's religiosity. It's not secular.
So, but that's the
Yeah, but hang on.
Muslims want it to be the capital.
Yeah, but the Palestinians don't.
Want it to be the capital.
So,
They don't.
do you
want-
feel that the problem lies is the mixing between the religion and the politics side of it?
Well, that's a huge. We're opening up a Pandora's box here, aren't we? I mean, we can go. When you open up
of your issue with it?
my crux issue is that it's such a having been to the Dome of the Rock
Yeah.
myself in Jerusalem, and being taken around by a Palestinian man and being on the other side of the Western Wall, which the Palestinians can't go to.
Yeah.
It's so fractured and it's so endemic in the belief system. That, you know,
What's your point?
My point is it's so polarized that if you move things from Tel Aviv as the capital of the Zionist state, which is Israel, to Jerusalem, which is not the capital of the Zionist state, but is something that's invented by the Zionist state, rather than what the Palestinians see, which have already lost so much land from,
What do you mean
from the
by
1967 UN
invented?
Accord
It's not
on
invented.
what the Palestinians had. They've lost.
invented.
Hang on, they've lost so much land. You've got illegal settlements through the west, through the Palestinians. Don't roll your eyes. They've lost so much land to the Israelis. The Palestinians have. It's criminal, and it's an apartheid state. Excuse me, but the Palestinians actually have to have.
Wrong.
Have to actually drive on separate roads.
Wrong.
Have to actually have separate license plates. It's an apartheid state. I know what it's
Yeah,
called.
no.
It's not a true democracy.
I agree. I agree with you.
It's
Do you reckon this is causing more polarization?
No,
correctness.
This
I think this issue is actually
has
throwing
couldn't cause
fuel
more
onto the fire.
Yes, yeah. I agree.
matey. Can I speak?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
Russell, if you lived in, here we are in Burke Street Mall.
Burke Street representing the right.
Burke's representing Israel. Well, anywhere in
anyway, so here we are in Jerusalem.
Jiu-jitsu.
I've been through Jerusalem. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, exactly. My point is, if some guy arrived packed with bombs and just set off a bomb and killed your mother.
Okay.
So this was happening in
Actually,
the
don't like my mother, so
90s.
it's probably not a bad thing.
Yeah, in the 90s. It was just bomb after bomb after bomb.
Hang on.
Cafe after
hang on.
cafe.
Hang on.
after
Why would they bomb?
Because they hate the Jews.
Because the Jews have actually, not the Jews, but the
What do the
Zionists.
Jews do?
Well, no, the Jews actually.
what have
Hang
they
on,
done?
wait a minute. Do you
There's
know-
not a shame on both sides here.
No, hang on, hang on.
I agree.
You
Well,
can't.
I mean-
Hang on. There are extremists. Hang on. There are extremists in the Palestinian camp, and extremists in the Israeli or Zionist camp, right? And there's a lot of Jews I met who were not on side with the extreme side, and there were Palestinians who weren't on side with the extreme sides. So listen, you can't just put a broad brush against both. Now listen. So
It's no
the
nuance.
killing. Hang on. You had the bombing of the Gaza Strip, which killed thousands of people.
Why did they do
Because
that?
they had injured like one teenager with a fucked up rocket, right?
10,000 rockets were being sent from the Gaza
Wasn't that
Strip.
many? You're exaggerating.
No, it's 10. No, literally, it was 10,000.
What I'm saying is that no,
True, it's 10,000.
Israel seems to be the underdog in this fight, though, really, because
hang on.
look where it's situated.
Hang on.
Israel is a country around all these Muslim countries.
Hang on,
around
he
it.
just said something which is really quite inflammatory. I don't hate Jews. It's really awful.
Oh, did you say that?
Yes, I did.
You think I
because
hate Jews? You think I hate Jews? You seriously think? You think I really hate?
I
think
you're a little bit anti-Semitic.
Mark,
Really?
you're really wrong.
No, I am very right.
I don't think it's
Why did
Mark,
you?
Mark,
Why do you put
Okay.
stuff on your Facebook talking about the wall? The wall.
Whoa. Around
Around Israel.
around Israel, sorry.
Around Israel. But you don't mention at all a wall as big, as strong with Egypt. And
we're talking about another country. We're not talking about within
no,
the state.
Gaza has a wall between Israel and Egypt.
Imposed upon them.
Yeah. So you make a big deal about the wall with Israel, but no mention about the wall with Egypt.
Well, it's
Why?
a different
It's a
topic.
country. You're talking about a different country.
It's a completely different topic.
How?
I find it very offensive that you think that I'm actually anti-Semitic.
No. Don't be offended.
Offensive language.
Don't
Hang on, you think I'm not anti-Semitic at all. What
I think you are a little.
Mark.
Because why don't you talk about
Why do
Wind
you
back,
reckon that?
Mark, wind back.
Honestly.
Let me give you an
because
example.
why
Mark,
make?
can you let me
Well, I'm
speak?
talking about.
Can you let me speak?
Yeah.
Okay. What I hate is oppressive societies. I'm also against.
So why don't you talk about the Kurds?
I do. Have you actually read my post about the Chinese independence in Australia?
No, that's good. But what about the Kurds?
Or Chinese?
What about the Kurds?
I also hate what's happening to the Kurds.
So what about
I
the
do
big
post stuff.
wall?
What's happened to the Kurds?
Well, they're being oppressed by the Turks. They're not actually.
Why the
I'm
obsession
into-
with the?
It's not obsession. It's now and then. I've actually posted more stuff about China than I've actually posted stuff about Palestine.
Okay, so you make a point about this to me. You realise
No,
that you
okay.
are a little bit
Hang on. Let me.
crazy about the Jews.
No.
There's a lot more news going on in that part of the world right now.
Hang on.
Yeah, exactly.
Mark,
So
Mark,
why?
back up. What I'm against is the dominant power oppressing a minority. Hang on.
The Kurds. The
No,
Kurds.
yes, I hate that too.
Hence why I'm
I hate I hate what the Han Chinese are doing to minorities like the Tibetans, or I hate.
What about the wall between
Hang on,
Egypt?
I haven't finished.
Okay.
I haven't finished. I hate what Aung San Suu Kyi has done nothing about the killing. Hey, wait. of the Rohingyas. I also posted stuff about that. I've also posted stuff about any kind of oppression.
Yeah, but you're
hang on. I've also posted recently of a father and son being the fuck out of an Aboriginal man. I hate any kind of violence or oppression to anyone. Now, to say that I'm anti-Semitic is actually just fucking wrong. I should knock your block off for that because you're fucking wrong. You're so fucking wrong about that. You're so fucking wrong. You're so off topic.
Use your words. Use your words.
I am. I'm just saying. I'm very angry.
Why you reckon what you reckon?
I think you are.
Call me anti-Semitic. It's just fucking wrong.
I think you are.
I'm anti-Zionist.
Hey.
Could being anti-Jewish.
Could I just say, just quickly, to my flatmate, I am a racist, sexist, Nazi, misogynist, belligerent bastard. But it doesn't make any sense that my best friend who died, Onda Mafumi, was from the Congo in Africa, and I'm half Jewish. You see, sometimes people get you wrong, but if you're open-minded enough to express why you reckon what you reckon, we can try to empathize with the thought processes.
I like Mark, but he's very wrong.
Or you can just lump them and say you are that and fuck.
I traveled to the Congo as well.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You've been everywhere, man.
I've been everywhere. I love the Congo. I got robbed there, but I had a great time anyway. But
you are
wrong about the time. No, you're wrong. You were totally
What
wrong.
about your friends? Your friends have gone off. I don't want to get you
the Zionists.
Your friends.
And I live in kibbutz. And the kibbutz next day,
but you are so wrong.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
you're talking about Egypt all the time. That's a border with another country, right? We're talking about an internal politics.
What are you?
Internal politics. You're drunk. You're not making any sense.
So what's
anyway,
the
look.
point?
My point is, I think it's very wrong to inflame a situation where you move the capital of Tel Aviv to Jerusalem.
Why not? It's been the capital for the last 3,000 years.
Excuse me.
Last 3,000 years. You're Jewish. Okay.
Half Jewish.
Half Jewish.
Yeah, well,
so
my best friend is actually Jewish, and my
how long?
And my stepfather-in-law was actually part of the head of the Communist Party in Australia.
I have no impression of you hating on Jews in any way.
Why would I hate Jews? Why give me any reason why I'd hate Jews? Why? Why would I hate Jews?
Because you're a white Anglo-Saxon. We all hate the Jews.
Listen to me. I hate oppression by people in unfair means. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate the fact of Australian white history, the white ignorance, the white oppression of oppression. I hate that too. I wrote a whole fucking essay on this recently, man.
So why
not only white though, there's not shame to go all around, man.
So why not make?
I posted that shit, but you don't fucking read it enough. That's why.
No, what's my point?
Who knows what your point is? You're drunk and you're...
What's your... I'm making a very good point.
He's not at all.
Jerusalem, the capital.
Okay, well, the Palestinians also have a religious connection to it as well.
Yeah, yes, but that's like calling yourself...
Hang on, but it's not being respectful or thoughtful. Trump's gone, we're making the capital, and it's not
made up.
Hang on. Split it in half and give half to the Palestinians, half to the...
Well,
that works.
I don't know enough about it.
I live in Goulburn Valley. It's like, I live in the Goulburn Valley.
Really? Goulburn?
Goulburn Valley.
Where?
No, it's like calling...
Are you Jewish?
I'm a Philo-Semite.
Ooh. Philo-Semite. You mean you love Jews?
Yeah.
That's fine.
You love philo pastry.
But the thing is, you've got to separate your ideology from what is your oppression. There are lots of Jews who hate what the Zionists are doing to Palestinian people.
That's true.
But they're not doing anything.
They are. They actually... No, you don't know what you're talking about. Did you actually see that the comedian who went through the West Bank called Extreme Rambling? Excuse me. And he said there are lots of Israelis who are fighting against what the Israeli army was doing, which they bomb and throw tear gas at the town.
Why?
Why? Because they didn't agree with the oppression of the Palestinian people.
Because
I don't like oppression of people.
Yeah.
Stop, man.
Yeah.
That's my point. I don't care if you're Jewish or Hindu or what the fuck.
What are you reckon about the oppression of the devil's advocate in society? What do you reckon about that impression? That's not getting a lot of...
We're trying to be quite clever with your question there, right?
Yeah. Have you ever thought about that? The oppression of the devil's advocate.
Russell, everything
I'm going to move on now.
Everything would be fine.
Do you have some final thoughts that you'd like to share?
All I say is Mark's very wrong. He needs to just stay with
totally
the point.
right.
Stay with the topic, and just oppression of anyone, regardless of religion or creed or anything, is absolutely wrong. And my point is, Jewish people, I have no problem with Jewish people. As in my relatives are all Jewish, So I think it's really apparent that he brings it up as I'm anti-Semite. That's just wrong. It's actually about...
No.
You did. You said I was anti-Semite.
No, you come across...
I don't come across as anti-Semite. And no, I don't. Because it's all about the politics and the boundaries of how much Israel has taken of the Palestinian state. Right.
It was a pleasure, man. Check us out on YouTube, The Reckoning. It was a pleasure to have you part of it, man.
Put that up there. And we had I don't mind arguments. Fine.
Do you mind if I tag along with you guys? I can not.
Come with...
All right, let's go. All right, fuck yeah. Let's continue The Reckoning because I have about fucking 30 rechargeable batteries in my bag, so I'm good for tonight, man.
No, it's not for me. It's not about any race or anything.
Yeah.
It's like, I hate what the Chinese are doing to like the Falun Gong. And I was walking along Swanston Street just on Wednesday, and I went, "Is this still going on? The organ harvesting?" And I looked it up, and I went, "Oh fuck, it's still happening."
Yeah.
And there's Xi Jinping, and it makes me angry that it's still happening. That
Russell.
What?
No, I know you're a nice man.
Of course I am. Sometimes I'm not, but I mean,
Yeah,
we have copyright issues, ladies and gentlemen, from the Christmas display.
What? Would you like to meet my Jewish friends?
I have no problem with meeting Jewish people. What the fuck is your problem?
Question. Would you like to meet my Jewish friends?
Yes, I've met lots
Here's
of
the
Jewish
question, are they
I lived in the Jewish
Are they
fucking
cool?
state for fucking like 3 months, dude. What's your pride?
No.
Look, I'm sure they've got very vociferous arguments as to why this should happen.
Vociferous?
And
Vociferous me.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Vociferous, like very strong, from very vociferous. Cereal from the gut, from the very strong.
Put Spiller in queue.
Exactly.
Yes, of course they are.
Which
And
you don't have.
I have plenty of gut, my friend.
You're a white man.
I have the littlest gut.
Yes, you're. No, hang on. I can have
man.
Mark. You basically what? Hey, Mark, what you're saying here is actually shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about because you're a white man. You're not in the state. That's what. And essentially, that's what you're saying. You're not allowed. You're a privileged white guy. Shut the fuck up. That's what you're saying.
No.
That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
No, hang on. Mark, I'm allowed to have an opinion. That's my opinion.
No, I know.
With the facts that I have at hand. And that's why I make those videos.
Yeah. No.
Mark, you're way out of line.
I'm not.
You are.
I read your posts.
Have a look.
I read your posts.
Guys. Do you believe that Pluto is a planet? These are the real issues that we have.
No, apparently it's not. Apparently it's not big enough to be a planet.
Apparently, fucking NASA changed their mind like 5 times.
Apparently it's not big enough to be a planet.
We've walked too far.
No, it's up here. It's on Little Pond Street.
Well, it is very small. It's like a quarter the size of the moon.
Yeah, that's right. It's apparently not big enough to be considered a planet.
Yes. This is
what
we're told, man. But I don't know.
I'm glad you changed.
I still hold out a bit of heart for Pluto, man. I reckon he's a planet. But I reckon he's just too underground. The galaxy's just too mainstream.
Russell.
Are we still going about Israel?
Yeah.
Where are you guys going to?
New Guernica. You know where that is?
New Guernica? No.
I think we've walked too far.
Good interviews there, you reckon? Do you reckon I'll get some good interviews there?
I don't hate you. I hate.
No, I don't hate you either. I'm just saying we're disagreeing with
white people.
I hate their religion.
Whose religion?
Oh, the Jewish religion.
No, the Arab.
What do you mean Arabs? You can't say you hate Arabs. There's Druze.
Of course I can.
No, there's Christian Arabs.
What is the Arab religion though, man? There's so many different kinds of...
Yeah, you can't say there's Christian Arabs, there's Druze, there's Muslims. You can't just say you hate Arabs. That's just man, you're turning out to be
No, Muslims.
He didn't say that he hates Arabs. He said he hates the religion.
Muslims.
Dude.
Muslims.
Religion per se, for me, is an anathema to any kind of progression, any logical argument.
I hate Catholicism.
Yeah.
Well, Catholicism and no. Can I tell you?
That's logical, is it?
You know, I'm related to Mary MacKillop. True story.
Who's she? Oh, really?
The only saint of Australia. Represent.
Oh. Well, anyway, my point is...
He looks like he's got a bad taste in his mouth now. I don't know.
She was a Catholic lady.
Yeah, am I still cool? Am I still cool?
Anyway, Mark, as a gay man, how can you like any
gay white man?
As a gay white man,
white privilege.
About religion, I detest religion.
Hey, Mark, listen. It's a gay white man. How can you like any kind of religion at all?
I detest it.
Yes, but in the Jewish community...
Not all religions are against gays, are they?
Of course, you're absolutely right. But
I read.
If we go into this argument about.
Mate, Russell, I read in the newspapers after the big debate about homosexuality, all the major religions said no. All of them. Catholicism, blah, blah.
Yeah, hang on, but there's a lot of Catholics.
But there was one religion that said it's okay, and that was Judaism.
Really?
The only one.
Oh, that's interesting.
Progressive.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the only
If
religion.
it's true,
That's a fact.
You say like Judaism as a whole though, but who specifically said
Is
that?
it strange Jewish community?
Generally.
Well, generally it's a bit vague.
Like the high priests, the high Jewish priests.
Well, they don't have a higher priest.
So
generally,
the Jewish community in general accepted homosexuality.
Exactly.
I didn't know this, but that sounds really interesting.
I know, so fabulous.
It's a great thing.
It's great. The Jews love us gays. Yeah.
Well, I'm an atheist, and obviously,
you gotta love the Jews. Doing that.
As an atheist, do you believe in the laws of cause and effect in every instance in reality?
Well, that's a very, very broad question. I don't have answers to everything. That's a very broad question.
But isn't that great?
It's not that broad. It's very simple. Cause and effect. For every effect, there's a cause. For every cause, there's an effect.
Say that, but there's stuff I can't explain.
But would you agree with that statement?
I committed suicide on Saturday, and a very weird thing happened. Whereas I dreamed of him knocking on the door, and I opened the door on Saturday. Yeah. And
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So he did too much chuff, and his wife left him. Anyway. So, but my wife said, "Well, he's trying to communicate with you," but I'm not a very spiritual person in any sense.
Yes.
I was like, "Oh, it's just a dream." She's like, "No, he's trying to talk to you." And it freaked me out. I actually had a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I've never had a nightmare. And I woke up in the morning, the door was unlocked, which we don't normally do, right? And I was so freaked out, right? Yeah. And a friend of mine, he's close to me, said, yeah, the lights in my house fucking flashed and sparked out, which never happened before.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you want to believe in that stuff, it's fine. You can say, well, it's just coincidence. It's fine also. But, yeah, I am a non-believer in God, the Lord, or anything spiritual, but, that's a weird thing. Well, that's a true story. My friend did commit suicide on Saturday.
Sorry to hear that.
So sorry.
Yeah.
Big hug.
Yeah.
But we're here for each other. At reckoning, whatever shit we're going through.
Well,
we want to be here for you.
Look, he's a friend, but I didn't know him super well. But he was a friend of my best friend.
Yeah.
And he was always a good laugh, and we see him a few times a year.
Okay.
Over a 10-year period,
I think we're going the wrong way.
Are we going the wrong way? Beautiful song, though. Beautiful song.
My point was, cause and effect, I can't explain that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't have an answer for every cause and effect. It's very rigid of me to think.
Not an answer, just a reckoning. What do you reckon? Do you reckon for every effect there's a cause, and for every cause there is a...
I think most in the sort of logical world, yes, but in that thing of, well, you could say cause and effect, okay, I was processing the death in a way which became a nightmare, which is obviously, was impacting me.
Where are we going?
We're journeying, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking you on a jazz journey, walking through the streets of Melbourne, coming to you live direct.
New Gonica, I don't know where the hell I am.
We're in the wrong place.
No.
The person that you like?
New Gonica.
Drop some gems on the Reckoning podcast.
It's 2 minutes.
2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
2 minutes on the Richter scale.
That way.
That's that way.
So, will this be published?
Yeah, it's gonna be on YouTube, man. You're gonna be world famous. They'll be making memes about you and shit, man.
GIF.
Yeah.
Love the Jews, hate the Jews. Love the Jews, hate the Jews.
I like the Jews. I don't like Zionism.
Hashtag Rector the Reckoning. Representing with differing opinions and love. See, Melbourne, take a leaf out of these gentlemen's book, I would say. They disagree, but they love each other.
We don't have the answers. He's my friend. We don't have the answers.
We don't have answers. We only have reckonings here. We don't have absolutes here, the reckoning.
Do you want the
what do you reckon?
bar we were before?
What New Guernica, man?
Yeah, it's this way.
I just looked at my map here.
It's wrong.
No, I'm trusting Google. I'm trusting the Sophia AI singularity. I mean,
New Guernica. How do you know?
I know because I was there an an hour ago.
Hang on, let me just check it out.
All right,
Let me just check it out.
we're checking it out. Well,
Exactly.
yeah,
That way. It's like 5 minutes that way.
you reckon?
Yeah.
Maybe Sophia's
Russell,
like.
Okay, no,
I love you.
Yes.
I love you. I love you.
It's 318 332 little. No, you don't know what you're talking about.
I do.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Russell, I love you.
He loves you.
Do you want to meet a Jew? Would you like to sit and have a coffee with a Jew?
Dude, why are you even talking like that to me?
Because I think. No. Do you know? Do you?
Father-in-law was Jewish, you motherfucker.
He's setting up a Jewish matchmaking thing. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Does he know Jews?
Can you hook me up with a sexy Jew? I'll be down.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Oh, I think maybe. Are you Jewish?